You guys see the new sign my brother got me? How awesome is that? He made me that for Christmas. Super cool. All right. Today, we are talking about the TRIARC Systems TSR 15S 13.9. Quick disclaimer before we get started. I do work with TRIARC Systems. I do photo and video for them. I've talked about this 1,000 times. But I still pay for my equipment, so I still paid for this gun and everything on it. Yeah, so we're homeboys. We work together, but support your homies. Buy stuff from them, even if they have their own business. That's the best way you can support them. Let's talk about the version that I have. So this is the TSR 15S. S means it's their service rifle. They have an SE version, which is the service enhanced. Big difference is the S is going to be a forged upper and lower, where the SE is going to be billet. So back to this rifle, specs on this one. So this is one I actually just picked off the showroom floor. It was actually for me to take some photos of, and then I fell in love with it, and I said, hey, after I'm done with photos, send them over to you guys. I want to purchase this rifle. So it was actually built out for the most part like this on the floor, aside from accessories and a couple little things here and there. Starting at the front, we've got a dead air flash hider on there. You can get a multitude of muzzle devices, rugged, dead air, and Surefire. I know for sure you can get on there, and pin and welded will make it the overall length of 16 inches. So it's mounted to their Track 2.0 barrel, which has an NP3 coated barrel extension, and that's for reliability and ease of cleaning. Then you also have their track rifling, their patented track rifling. The track rifling, there's a ton of information out there on it. It's a hybrid rifling, leads to a better seal on the projectile, ultimately leads to longer barrel life, better accuracy, and reduced gas needed to get the gun to cycle, which then in turn turns to their tuned gas ports. So each gas port is tuned specifically for each barrel length and how they tune their guns. So they're much smaller than the industry standard. If you ever see one of their barrels, you'll notice that. I don't have the specs on it. If you want that information, call TRIARC. Tri-lock rail, they're 7-sided M-lock. Love this rail, super slim, it's great. We've got VZ grips panels all the way around, along with the VZ grips pistol grip back here. This is their Recon edition, which is super aggressive. Not for everybody. Talked about it in another video. You can go see it there. Surefire scout light, mounted to with an Arisaka mount, running Griffin armament flip-up sights. I like them. They're super simple peep sights. They're metal, basic, but moving over to the receiver set, forged upper and lower matching receiver set, all serialized matching parts, CMC trigger, running the Radian Ambi safety as well as Radian charging handle, NP3 BCG, just their mil-spec version, not the enhanced version. And then we've got a Voltor A5 system in here, along with a Edgar Sherman sling. Edgar Sherman makes dope slings. Highly recommend them, running 2 of them right now. And then on top, we've got the EOTech Voodoo, mounted on the LaRue Tactical, the 1.5 mount. So, love this setup. It's been awesome. It's been great. So, how does it perform? That's the big question everybody has. And I will say up front, this is my favorite gun to take to the range. Not just for me to shoot, but to let other people shoot, to see the reaction. I mean, everybody who shoots it has the exact same reaction. And it's just this big grin on their face, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe how soft shooting this thing is, how flat it is, and how accurate it is. And that's the biggest thing I would say, is that it's a very well-balanced gun. And by that I mean in how the gun recoils, how it cycles, how it feels in the hand when you're holding it. It doesn't feel too long, it doesn't feel too short where you feel cramped on it. And it's kind of the perfect length for me and for everybody who shoots it. You don't have to worry about the pistol brace issue with a pin and welded muzzle device. It's long enough to where you can run a magnified optic on it if you want to, without having to get the haze from your muzzle. So it's a lot of fun to shoot. So reliability, no issues with reliability. It's been great. Initially when I got the gun, it was a mil-spec buffer, and then we changed it out for the A5 Voltor system. And when I first put it on, it wasn't quite tuned right, so there was some issue with some like really soft underpowered ammo. But since then, been great, no issues. Accuracy has been really good, especially for me. I'm an average shooter. I wouldn't say that I'm an expert shooter by any means, but with this setup, I can shoot sub MOA. So I've got my target. You'll see the the images of that. But with I did the testing with it, and with match grade ammo at 100 yards, this scope just on a bag, on a gun bag, just to prop it up, I got sub MOA. So very accurate, very reliable, very soft shooting, a lot of fun to get out and shoot. When I talk about it being balanced and being a gun that's a lot of fun to shoot, and being that like perfect length, is that like when I was shooting on the move with this gun, it just sat on target so nice. And then when you're transitioning from target and you're moving, it was super flat, super fun to shoot, way easier for me to shoot than my 10.5. The only issues that I had with this gun weren't specifically about the gun, but more so about the optic, and just that it doesn't have a really good eye relief. So when I'm moving around cars and things like that, and moving around barricades, it was a little bit tricky. But again, that goes to the optic and not the gun itself. The gun itself performed great. Personally, I'd like to have another one. I'd like to have another one of their patrol rifle setup. It's just the basic black gun, mil-spec, and then just run a red dot on that, like an aim point or an EOTech. I'd love to run that. That'd be a lot of fun to run. But yeah, so who's this gun for? I think this is the perfect length gun for pretty much everybody out there. For I would say for 99% of people. So if you're doing the tactical games, if you need a patrol rifle, if you're just getting out and training, if you are preparing for the boog, whatever it is, this is the perfect length, I think, because you don't have to worry about that pistol brace issue. As long as you have it pin and welded, you're good to go. Like, there's no issues there. You can run it magnified, you can run it with a red dot, you can run irons if you wanted to. The gun just runs. I can't emphasize enough how fun it is to shoot, and then just how soft shooting, how flat it is, how accurate it is to get out and run around with it. Yeah, it's a great rifle. I think this is the best probably setup you can get for most people out there. So I take this gun out with me out on range days, and I have it so that people can try it and shoot it. And I want to get their feedback, but I also they're curious, and you want to try something of this quality, of this caliber, before you drop that amount of money on it. You want to know that it's going to run. And so I asked a couple guys what they thought. So you can see their response here. I had Fred and I had Sam see what they thought on it.
Yeah, so first impressions of the 13.9, I really enjoyed how flat it was. Just really feel like it cycled really well. I was able to hold the dot on target for a long time, so really enjoyed that. I feel like in my role as an officer, I wanted something a little bit shorter. Didn't feel like doing a tack stamp, and honestly, that was kind of fit the bill for me. I don't feel like I've lost any distance as far as what I shoot. I'm not really a long range shooter, but out to 200 yards, I feel like I'm still getting that accuracy compared to what I was using before. I feel like it stays a lot flatter, and that may be just the rifle as a whole, the whole TRIARC build. Definitely worth looking into if you're looking for a shorter build, especially if you're like myself that wants something shorter for whatever your application is, whether it be home defense, law enforcement, whatever, but you don't feel like waiting on that tack step or whatever. That's initially what got me into it, and then now seeing, how I'm able to reach out like I did with my 16-inch barrel, but at the same time have a shorter overall package. So really digging it so far.
The 13.9, it was super cool. It shot really, really flat. That was the first thing I noticed about it. It's the perfect length too. It's not too short, not too long. It's honestly, I think it's ideal. That's like the ideal length for everything. You can reach out far, work close if you got to. I really like the 13.9. That's what I'm going to be doing next on my build.
If you guys ever have any questions about this gun or another gun, leave it in the comments below, or shoot me a DM on Instagram. I try to answer everybody when they DM me. If I don't get to it right away, it'll be a couple days later. But yeah, if there's anything I can ever do to help you guys, you let me know. But if you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. If you haven't already, karate chop that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And I'm going to drink some more whiskey. I'm going to dry fire this, and then I'm going to take a nap. So, peace. That Edgar Sherman Designs, though.
This is so weird, dude. I don't like this.
How flat does it shoot? And so we said it shoots flatter than the Earth. For all you flat earthers out there, we all know it's not flat. It's actually domed. It's actually on a turtle shell's back. But that's another video for another day. Look at it. Just look at it. all the whiskey. If you ever come over to my house, we hang out, we're gonna drink whiskey. Yeah, I'll make that right there. Make you some old fashions. I think that's good. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. The gun shoots really good. It's a lot of fun to shoot. Just go shoot it. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it all day. Just shoot it. Got these glasses for Christmas too. Look at that. So bougie. So bougie. I've been hanging out with Chris and Will too long. You guys have made me too bougie. Yep, okay.